Screens are blue. Okay. Spirit is with me. We are working on this together. I hope this mic is working okay. Test, 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 test. Test. Why won't I get past that 3 though? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the mic. TV. Oh my god, that's too little. Test, 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 test. I feel like the volume is so low, but if there's any issues, please tell me with how low the volume is. Heads up, this is what I look like with no makeup, and I just got a face treatment done, so literally I just wanted to come on here and kill some time and also see what kind of energies come in. Just a heads up, if you are in chat, I'm going to put that in chat now. I am not taking questions, just reading current energy. Now, I might move slower just because I had this treatment and they had to give me some medication. Okay. I'm going to actually bring out my tuning forks if I can find them, because I think that healing energy will get us on track here and just help me in general. All right. I'm missing one. I don't know where it went. All right. So starting at the root chakra. I'm just doing this while hopefully we get some more people in. Moving to the sacral chakra. To help balance out the energies. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this. That was a good one. I don't know if you guys can hear that necessarily, but Hopefully. It looks like my volume is way down low, and I don't like that. Third eye. So soothing. All right, I hope you guys got some of that. At least it shows. We'll move that out of the way. This is not the dice I wanted. No, where my other casting ones are. Okay, let's get started. So with this deck, I'll probably get a storyline that's happening between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And then I will get some advice for both people in the decision or in the storyline. Clarity on the Knight of Cups. Okay. So regarding a feminine or masculine, okay, confirmation with that. Okay. So in this energy, we have a Knight of Cups, and that is someone who is not coming forward and they are not putting in the effort. With the Three of Cups in reverse, I see that they are not celebrating anything new. They don't want any, I'm hearing reconciliation. Or at least they're not thinking about it. Like, they're not thinking about this rejoice. They're not thinking about this celebration. Maybe because they have fears surrounding it. Like, they don't feel as if their energy is going to be met in the same way. And because they don't want to come forward as the Knight of Cups and they don't want to give an emotional offering, and kind of in this stagnant energy because of these fears and blocks. I feel like it's preventing them from getting a new opportunity. Could be by financial, but not necessarily. And an Ace of Cups. So, another great opportunity for emotional availability, but also, like, as you can tell, the fountain is overflowing. And it always makes me think of like the fountain of youth. And I think youth is strongly connected to happiness and love, because when you have these type of loving energies surrounding you and you are able to resonate in that high frequency, then you are able to overflow and pour into others. So that is probably what's blocking this right now. So this is someone that needs to make a choice, and they kind of feel blinded because, oh, I'm seeing two people who have a truth and they're blinded and they're ready to fight. Maybe this is a conflict between two people who think they're right in a situation and they're not finding resolution and unable to think from each other's perspective. So it's preventing them from reconciliation and making a choice. Now, underneath that, we have a Nine of Wands. This is someone I'm feeling is scared to let their guard down because they've been so wounded in life. And this just goes to mention with like a lot of fear that's going on with this new energy that wants to come in and this choice not being made. So we have the Seven of Coins, and we see someone looking at what they have built so far. And is it exactly what they wanted? Like, this bunny looks kind of sad. And it's like, did they put in enough hard work to make something grow for the benefit of their future? Because if you look at this tree, like, it looks kind of chaotic in a sense. Like, it, to me, it says, is this enough structure? Is this enough hard work? Because we're only at the 7 and we're supposed to be at 10. So it looks like someone's evaluating what they have given so far and if they're willing to commit more within this energy. Yeah, just like a significant blockage. And this is in regards to a Queen of Cups. Now, this could be talking about her overall energy regarding a situation, but this is also someone who is very emotionally available, knows how to communicate her emotions, knows what she wants in regards to a partner. And maybe this is saying she's not seeing what she's getting, and therefore it's creating this block for the future. But she might be looking into what the energy she was giving to it, and maybe it was the of Pentacles. Maybe she's analyzing the reflection that she sees of what she's getting. Look, everyone wants to be loved and respected and given to, But if there's no communication within this dynamic, then there will never be resolution because no one's confronting the blocks that they need to clear. No one's confronting their partner and expressing their needs because of a fear. With the Three of Pentacles, we see a collaboration. This also gives me like the feeling of like an altar or like even a third party that is influencing or trying to navigate a connection. And in my opinion, it really has nothing to do with them. This might be someone that you seek advice from, or a societal structure that tells you how to navigate in certain relationships, and someone they look up to and that ultimately they trust. But it's not a good example of like free thinking. And sometimes when you allow third parties to give their influence, it's not letting you really connect with your partner and come to see where they're at. But in the circumstance of like, if there's counseling involved within this dynamic or therapeutic, it could be beneficial at the same time. So there's that, like, is that it? Is that not it? Therapy is like always, especially couple therapy, it's always like you really don't know because people are human, so you don't know how their own biases and their own life experience is going to affect their interpretation of your relationship. And obviously, when it's like an outside force that is not trained in psychology or is not, not skilled in therapy, then it's going to be someone who is advising based off of their own experiences and what they've seen. And that could be a very damaging thing if they have a pessimistic viewpoint. Do you know? So it's always like, me personally, I always take outside advice with like as a grain of salt, I guess, maybe a little bit more, but it's like, I don't want to get on a tangent, but it's like people have their own shit that they're going through. So you really have to make sure they're just not projecting that pessimistic viewpoint onto you and your relationship. No one's in here, but I'm hoping you guys will watch the recording and it'll hit. Then we have the Hierophant. So this is further confirmation that this might include a therapist or someone of higher understanding that can help lead people on a path that might help their relationships. But it's always important to stay very self-aware and aware of others, right? In those situations. I'm sorry I have such a down tone. I got a treatment and I'm kind of just like a slow talker today. So bear with me. I hope I don't put you to sleep before I fall asleep. Okay. So is there any more clarification in regards to this Queen of Cups and the Hierophant? This is someone of strong position, and this involves learning and growing and cultivating the skills that are going to help you navigate new experiences, remove blocks from your life, and help you. Okay, so it's always good to look out for help. I know it might be difficult because everyone like has a some people have a bad interpretation of like therapy and stuff like that, and it's not totally bad. You just gotta find the right person that you think is going to help you the most. You gotta have discernment. Okay, so can we get any more clarity in regards to this reading? Well, that's good. We have someone stepping into their Emperor energy. All right. This is a perfect balance between all of the kings. You have mastered every aspect of the kings, and now you are an emperor. So this is like strong, structured position. And you've earned that through lots of transformation and balance. Because a lot of times you're dealing with that imbalanced energy of like the kings in each thing that you have to overcome, right? So getting to the Emperor is a really good energy. All right. What else, Spirit? 10 of Pentacles. Okay. That's great. We love to see the 10 of Pentacles. This is financial abundance. And as you can also see, there's like community. There's giving, there's nurturing, because we see the little pups or goats or whatever they are in a little family. All right. So that is some very powerful energy to walk into. Financial abundance, and obviously building a family structure if you decide to choose that. That's very positive. Okay. I'm going to give these another shuffle and get more energy on this reading. We'll get a little bit more and then we'll move into the advice section. Any more information on this dynamic? We have the Queen of Pentacles. A Queen of Pentacles, I think, is the next one before you step into Empress energy, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, what's that about? Okay. More information on this Queen of Coins. Oh, so we have a divine pair coming out. We have the Queen of Coins and we also have the King of Coins. This is a divine pair. So the issues that may be arising with this is that the Queen of Pentacles is focused on her wealth right now. Like, she's focused on building her coin. But at the same time, she might be waiting for a new opportunity to come in. This could be masculine energy that she's waiting to come in with a new opportunity, because she has been manifesting, like, look at her with her glass ball and diving into the universe, her two pillars on each side of her. She is balanced and she's looking to manifest something new, and she's looking deep into the universe to see what the possibilities are to manifest something new. And then we have this King of Pentacles upright, and we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Death reversed. So and it went out backwards. So the Queen of Wands is waiting for this new opportunity, manifesting something new, balanced energies. And then we have the Death reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. So with the Death reverse for this King of Pentacles, I'm seeing that they might be avoiding a reset, a rebirth that needs to happen. And I'm getting it might be because they feel content with this Nine of Cups, even though it's reversed. Or they might want to move out of it and turn it right side up and move on to their Ten of Cups. Maybe they're not acknowledging the Nine of Cups that they have so far. Practicing gratitude goes a long way. And when you're able to practice gratitude and be thankful for the things you already have, it has a high potentiality to flip over. And once you are in the right Nine of Cups, it could mean that you are ready to make your Ten of Cups. So this might be not acknowledging, not being grateful for how far you've come in life or the things that you have possessed or the challenges that you have overcome. Okay, let me clear this energy out. And let me see what else comes in. It could be in regards to the same energy, or it could be something new. It could be another timeline, another connection that might be going on. Let's see. It shovels how it comes out. Just the top card of this one. Eight of Cups in reverse, Strength in the reverse, Karmic Cycle. Nine of Swords reverse. This is some toxic energy coming out. I feel like this might be a little bit new. At least that was like positive growth. All right, we don't like all this reverse cards. Just let me pull one more card for the Nine of Swords reverse. What's the Nine of Swords in reverse about? Okay. So with this, we have the Justice reverse. All right. Someone is preventing their justice from coming in. And this is because they don't lack the strength and courage to walk away from something that is no longer serving them. So your justice can only come in when you decide to make a positive change, right? Justice wants to come in for you. Like, justice wants to change your life for the better and reorganize your life into a better future. But if you do not have the strength and courage to do your part and actually move towards those things and set those boundaries with old energies that no longer serve you, then it's going to be really hard for your justice to come in. Okay? Because you have to realize what you're allowing. You can't expect to get justice. You can't expect things to change when you are actively still allowing old energies to access you and drag you down. Yeah. With the Eight of Cups reversed and the Sun reversed, this is much of the same energy. So if we're all moving up, right? From fresh energy coming in, and then we gain the cups. We gain the cups all the way to 10. And that's ultimately what we want. So the Eight of Cups reversed means you really don't want to give it up. Like, you don't want to give up this Eight of Cups. But in the upright, you notice this Eight of Cups is being left behind, and they are going to a whole new universe, a whole new time frame. Yeah, it provides a certain uncertainty. Yeah, you don't know what's going to be there. Yeah, it might be hard to take a risk because all you've known is the Eight of Cups. So are you sticking with what you know and what's comfortable? Eventually, you're going to get sick and tired of it, right? So we got to get that Eight of Cups upward. And with the Eight of Cups, we have the Sun reverse. You unwilling to walk away from this situation, to move forward from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups to the 10 of Cups, to actually grow. You're refusing to walk away. You see how he's walking away into something new? It's preventing your wish fulfillment. It's preventing what you've been envisioning from coming in. And this might be a fear. Like, everyone's feared of the unknown because they're just not sure that it's going to work out. Hi, Chantel. So lovely to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm a little bit slow in talking today because I just had a treatment. So I'm a little bit out of it, but it's a good reading so far. It's been really good. Don't worry, I'm going to try and keep going because I'm a little bit slow talking today, so it'll last a while. All right. So with the next cards, we have a karmic cycle. Someone that is trapped in repeating a karmic cycle because they are attached to each other and don't want to let go. So you're stuck in this circle and whirlwind of toxicity and things that no longer serve you. This kind of reminds me of Hercules. Like, if you guys ever watched this movie, it might be something to watch because it's cute. It's a love story, but obviously, like, one of them is working for the devil and, like, misleads Hercules, and she fools him or whatever. And he like ends up going into the souls to save her and pull her out, which is really romantic. So that's a good love story. So with this karmic cycle that's coming out, that it seems to be circling, the pattern keeps repeating. Toxic. And then we have the Seven of Swords. And looks like someone wants to move on from the conflict, from the battle. They want to move on. But with these previous cards of, like, you know, the Eight of Cups reversed, not willing to walk away, something's pulling them back in, draining their energy, preventing them from wish fulfillment, not having the strength and courage to receive your justice that the universe wants to give you by not allowing these energies back into your life because it's doing more damage right now. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Swords reversed once again. This could be someone that is moving out of these anxieties, feeling distraught, feeling hopeless in a situation, feeling very depressed and lonely, feeling like everyone's against them. Or like, when you're in a toxic relationship and like, it's toxic, but you keep going back to it. And then your family is just like, you can't even talk to your family because you're just so embarrassed. Thank you, doll. I appreciate that. But what I see with this is this energy is like trying to escape these feelings, like really trying to run away from experiencing these feelings of like letdown and heartbreak and disappointment regarding a situation. And that distraction, that constant distraction, could look like social recognition. Like I see this guy wants to be exalted. He wants to live in the limelight. He wants all of these people to like praise and worship his appearance and give him constant validation for like what a good person they are or what their mask is, what they portray to everyone else. Thank you so much for the hearts. I love that. I think that helps in some way. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a constant distraction. And I feel like this is what a lot of people do. I mean, it's just as bad as like drugs and alcohol or anything else that people use to escape, to deal with their issues and their reality or the emotions they're feeling. They're constantly distracting them with substances, and the validation from others can really be a drug, and it keeps them there. So cute. So nice. Are you laughing because I seem so slow? No. All right, let's get some more. We're really going to break down this energy a bit. All right. My voice is going out too. I have no idea why. I haven't really been talking that much. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups. We have a happy family coming out. We have 2 happy kids. We see the rainbow. Rainbows might be important. Music might be important. This just looks joyous. Joyous, full bliss. What is up with this 10 of Cups? Further confirmation. Okay, so like I said before, there was this Justice card. And that is because someone might be lacking the strength and courage to fully let go of this situation. And Spirit is really saying like, yo, the angels want to give you this. I should drink water. You're so fucking right. Sorry for cussing. Where is my water bottle? You're so right. I might take a quick second to find a water bottle somewhere. Okay. Or vitamin water at least. So, Spirit really wants to come in and give you this justice. Like they really want to help you grow. They want to help your spirit guides help you grow and reach this state of peace. Okay, before I draw any more, you're so right. I'm going to like wobble to the fridge and I'm going to try and walk to the fridge and get a vitamin water. Okay. It's happening. I'm gonna drink some of this coffee too. We got it. We're gonna make it through. Okay. For real. Yeah. And validation from strangers, I feel like that could be a drug. You know? Like constantly told you're like amazing. But at the same time, I just feel like it's like after a certain point of validation, it's like feels kind of fake. Okay. What else do we need? What else, Spirit, in this connection? What else is going on? Yeah. Okay, so 9 of Wands. Well, that sucks. I don't want that to be in reversed. King of Cups. Page of Swords. Well, someone is definitely thinking of growth and expansion. They might be contemplating like how they want to move forward. But they have some blocked creative energy and they're really not sure on how to present themselves in an appropriate manner. To get this Lovers card in the upright because it is in the reverse, because Avi, like, I feel like they know they messed it up and it's not balanced right now. So they might be in a state of like kind of visualizing, cooking up ways on way they could make this better, but also get all their dreams and ambitions together. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is obviously some blocked energy that needs to come through. Could be regarding a light emotional truth. I see this person as not very emotionally vulnerable, not emotionally responsible, and that sucks. And this could be a King of Cups, which is crazy. Why is a King of Cups struggling with emotional truth? Don't make any sense. Not now, not ever. Never. All right, let's see what else. More blocked energy, more blocked incoming energy. It's just like, what the WTF? I can't deal with this energy. It's been like coming out like the same so much. It's so annoying. Confirmation on this 8 of Wands. All right. So now, once again, we have some blocked energy, some blocked creative energy that is not coming forward, not as possible to grow because Someone is stuck. They feel stabbed in the back. This could be betrayal. But they feel pretty wounded right now. Pretty fucking wounded. The Fool. This gives me childish energy. This gives me trying to play it off as like lighthearted and like keeping things surface level, wanting to be playful about it, but that's just not the reality of how to keep a relationship grounded in any way. Like, it's not all shits and giggles. You do have to show up as a mature adult and solve conflict within a relationship. So we see this Fool energy actively manifesting against them. Like, that's this foolish energy of like trying to pop in and out whenever you want and like not validate your partner's needs is what's preventing. It's like getting them to manifest negatively, and it's not getting them what they want within this relationship, because basically, I don't know, it's just like selfish and like immature. Okay. Then we have someone coming out of the hermit mode, the Five of Wands, which is telling me someone wants to just go out and have fun. They do not want to deal with conflict in any way. They have a hard time having the difficult conversations, and this is what's preventing their incoming growth. You cannot get incoming growth from coming in if this is the behavior that you're sticking to. If you just want to go out, do your own thing, not resolve conflict, keep things superficial, then don't ever expect to have a deep, meaningful relationship. Because all the things unsaid just get pushed down, and it gets further pushed down. There's no resolution, meaning there's no healing. No growth, no healing, no growth. So I don't know why people expect those relationships to continue when they don't show up correctly, or even as a human being. Okay, so let's see what is going to come out in the current energies. Yeah, they're not in a position to receive this judgment, which would ultimately lead to their transformation, because they are not willing to make a choice that they need to make. They are content on juggling multiple attributes in their life and not communicating properly. And this is preventing them from getting their 10 of Cups. Reversed again, not willing to be put in the conflict, not willing to resolve things. 9 of Coins, we have someone that is very focused on money and growing their own possessions and is not looking to go to the chapel anytime soon. Really self-serving. All right. So I hope that gave you guys enough for the outside energies within any dynamic that you're going through. We are going to switch to the Voyager Tarot to get some advice. And get going. All right. So first we will ask for advice for the divine feminine, and then we go into the divine masculine. All right, Spirit. What are some cards for the divine feminine to work on in this situation? They just all want to come out. Okay. All right. So the first thing I am drawn to is a 10 of crystals, which represents delusion. I feel like we've talked about this a million times, but here it is again. There is a delusion. There is Delulu, like that kind of like, I always see online that it's like you gotta be Delulu until it just works for you. And yeah, in certain circumstances, I think that totally works. I think in love, I think you're gonna catch a restraining order. I think sometimes you really just got to see it for what it is and focus on yourself, because being in a Delulu mindset, especially with love, will put you in the mental hospital for sure. Or catching a case, whichever you like. Okay. So we have creativity coming out. Spirit wants you to be focused on your creativity. I say this a lot too. Creativity is a great way to relieve stress. It's also a great way to distract yourself from things that are very stressful that are going on in your life. So please take some time to do the self-care and do even small things that'll help you vent, like journaling or art. You know, get some scribbles out, scribble that mofo. I don't know. We have breakthrough attached to the Hanged Man. So once again, this is indecisive energy. I'm kind of seeing this as like, do you want to let go? Do you not? Do you want to let go? Do you not? Do you not? And like, we need to make that choice already. Okay. Like, if I need to slap the shit out of you, I will. I will call him. I'm just kidding. I'm not calling him, but make a decision. Put the hammer down. And once you make this decision, you're going to have a breakthrough. But everyone's at their own pace. Everyone's at their own time. We all know that it takes time to let go of someone, but I guarantee the faster you do it and the more you like start doing that self-love and catering to yourself, it's going to get easy. Oh my God, that's so awesome. I have 2 guitars, so let me know how that goes. Do you have electric or acoustic? I have 2 acoustics, and I'm like, I need to shave down these nails so I can actually start playing, because it's fun. All right, and that might be your creative outlet. Like, let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's distract ourselves with creativity until we move on. All right. So more Hierophant energy, more learning, more focusing on spiritual aspects, diving deep into some shadow work if you need that, and realizing, why am I attracting these fucking D-bags? I don't know. Maybe learn some new skills and like cultivate some new skills. You can also be doing new stuff just to distract yourself from that. And I'm telling you, distraction is the best way to get over shit. We have the universe. Let's see what that is about. I feel like Spirit also wants to say that, like, you're always connected. Like, everyone's connected in the collective spirit, you know? And this book I'm reading, it talks about the void. Like, everyone is connected into this collective void, and that's usually where we get information from. And it could be psychic, it could be not. But just know that, like, everyone is on their own path and they're experiencing their own experiences. And sometimes you just gotta let these people that you are knocking out of your life to do their own side quests and say, like, I can't. I'm getting too old to deal with this trauma shit. Like, for real. Stop calling. I'm gonna drink more water. Oh my god, no way, girl. Are nylon strings like better? Because I'm also left-handed. Is that like a vibe? I don't know. I knew nothing about nylon strings. What the hell? Put me on game. Okay. Next cards we have out, flea bags, something like that, like ticks, more like it. I'm sorry. Like, I need to get out of that. Like, I have my own shit to work on. I can be very pessimistic, especially when it comes to men. I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying, but I just think y'all parasitic. Like, be less parasitic. I don't know. Okay. So the next one we have is love and ecstasy. So this is reminding me of something I heard the other day online. And it was like, you need to recognize when your body is reacting to a relationship, right? Like, what are your physical symptoms? And I always thought, I was like, I can't sleep around this person. Like, I don't know why I can't sleep. I just feel really energized. And I thought that was a good thing. And then I saw on TikTok that they were saying that it was actually actually a bad thing and it meant your body was in flight or fight mode. I was like, "Oh, I thought I was just energized." But so with this ecstasy and love thing, I think it really wants you to pay attention to, like, or reflect on the way, like, past toxic relationships affect your nervous system and what they do to you versus, like, new connections that you might be trying that make you feel calm and safe, so you're, like, feel comfortable around them where you could just pass out, you know? And I think that's really important because these fools be stressing me out sometimes, and I just be, like, awake till 3 till 3 AM, like, what's gonna happen next? Okay, um, so pay attention to that because shit's real. Alright, so we have negativity, we see you, like, sucking the life right out your ass, for sure. We see you moving out of negativity, which is good. Positive mindset is gonna get you going into more focus on yourself and attracting better things in your life. So we love to see it. And then we have knower and compassion. Um and unpopular opinion, but like maybe more compassion for yourself and forgiving yourself for like that version of yourself that accepted that kind of behavior. So learn to give yourself compassion for being that person at that time that allowed these things to happen. I mean, of course, this guy's a criminal. Like, of course, they're parasitic, and you're just so compassionate. You want to love and help people, but the reality is, like, it's just not always like that. So please have compassion for yourself, especially in this healing period. And even if you struggle sometimes to not reconnect with them, or you have those down points where it's like really hard and you reach out, like, give yourself some compassion, but like, know that you are actively working to grow out of it and onto better things. But also, like, set those boundaries, and so these mofos know what's up, okay? No, you ain't playing anymore. All right. So what's up with this knower card? Can I get clarification on this knower card? Yeah. Like, I had no idea. I was like, oh, this is an energizing relationship. Like, this is great. Because you like grow up in chaos and you're just like, this is normal, right? No, girl. Far from normal. Okay. What's this knowing about, Spirit? All right. Clarification with that. Amen to that. Anything else? Is this in regards to this Hermit energy? So what's up with that? Find more clarity on that one. All right. Well, I mean, we have an Emperor energy coming in. We have someone that's boss. Okay. So, I mean, also with this, just because you got to make sure you're the person that can match this energy, right? Like, you have to make sure you're an Empress and you're embodying both your divine feminine and masculine energies. You are perfectly balanced, so you can match this Emperor coming in for you, okay? And I think deep down, like, there's a better partner coming from you, or else you wouldn't be drawn to it. Like, you wouldn't be drawn to having a better partner who understands and loves you better if you weren't meant to have it. And a lot of the journey is just doing the work to better yourself. So when this Emperor walks into your life, you know that you deserve it, and you know you're a match for them. It's about building that confidence, that self-respect, that love, those boundaries that keep the ticks away from you. But also, don't eat meat, because I'm really stressed out about the ticks lately. Like, ew. But know that God would not give you a vision that you couldn't handle. And if you envision yourself in a better partnership, well, that means it's possible. Okay? Whew. All right. Let's get on to these before I do that. So we also have this Fool child coming out in the reverse. And I think this goes with the Emperor card, because while at the same time, I've been getting readings that this Emperor energy is going to be your childlike, bring out your childlike energy and like help you resonate and like just be yourself, and you're going to be completely comfortable in their atmosphere. It's also saying that they are not going to play. Like, they're not going to play about you. They're not going to make you confused. They're going to know exactly what they want, and what they want is you. And they're not going to be like a fool about it. You know, they're not stupid enough to walk away from a good thing. So here is the next one. We have the Hermit and the Harvest. So this could be even the Emperor energy, or this could be you. I just see someone that is keeping to themselves, and they're working on what they're going to harvest in the future, and they are in a receiving mode. And this is where the divine feminine needs to be. You need to be sitting back and receiving to decipher, okay, this Emperor really is about me. He really wants me because he's showing me that. And I'm sitting in the receiving side, and I'm allowing them to come to me with these things that I require in a relationship: open communication, emotional vulnerability, like showing up, acts of service, all that shit. Whatever your love languages are, you are going to be able to harvest that. So, and they also might be a hermit themselves. Like, they might be a homebody and kind of keep to themselves. My stomach just growled. All right. For the divine feminine, I think once again, Spirit really wants you to recognize your brilliance and how far you've come and how bright you shine. Okay, because one reason that these people keep coming back to you is because they know that you provide a specific energy that they need, that they value. So recognize that you do have value to people, but that value should be protected and given to people who show appreciation in your life with equanimity. It's that balance. It's that ability to step outside of yourself and say, okay, I'm seeing this reaction. I'm seeing how it's playing out. And I am able to see the red flags, the green flags, if I can handle this, if I cannot, not taking everything personal, but seeing it as a learning ground and not diving head first into something blindly, being discerning, realizing that you are a sovereign being and you are in control of your actions, your wants, and your needs, okay? You make the rules. And I'm not saying that like people, like, you just got to find someone that's aligned with you, like truly aligned. You don't want someone who's like constantly like changing who they are to be with you. Like, that's not a vibe. You need someone who is on the same path, has been through shit, like understands you, gets you, and wants the same things long term. It's so annoying when people just try and like change their character for a little bit and mislead you, and then they completely turn into something else. Like, no, I'll stay away from those people, okay? All right. What are we at now? We're at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Damn. My slow talking got us up so high in time. Okay, so I'm going to do one last card pull. We'll see what comes out, and we'll see what the message is. Spirit, is there anything else that you want to say to these fine lovies before I take a power nap? Once again, Hermit mode. Once again, it's Ace of Cups. Okay. Mastering these skills. If you are mastering these skills, you are perfectly integrating your divine masculine and your divine feminine. You know when to play the feminine role. You know when to play the masculine role. Passion. Anything else, Spirit? I think this actually helps me being like a little bit slower because it helps me like digest the message and say it, because a lot of my messages, like I have to get it down in 3 minutes and it's just like forced. Okay. Yeah. Dive into that art, dive into that passion, and find people who support you. Find people who actually fuck with your vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever get attached to someone. Don't ever like be friends with someone who like, I'm not saying that they have to like your work, because obviously creativity is like relative, right? Like everyone has their own interpretations of like what is good or not. But there's a difference between like that and people who just authentically don't support you no matter what you do. And stay the fuck away from those hating ass hoes for sure. Last card for this Devil's Play, Spirit. Guardian Angel. Purity. Purity fell over. Passion and Hanged Man. I think that pure nature, purity, that pure nature of accepting perspectives, of expanding your mind, of non-judgment, of, it has a lot of nature on it. So I just feel like it's something to do with like the beauty of nature and like looking out at it and just seeing like the pureness in it. Because obviously like the universe and the world, like nature doesn't try. Like Mother Earth doesn't try, it just is. It's not trying to impress anyone or do anything. It's just growing. It just is. And when you're pure at heart, you just are. You're in that flow state. Like you're constantly just like embodying, expressing your authenticity and who you are. And it's like the trees growing. It's like the trees breaking out of the sidewalk with their roots. It's like the stars multiplying at night. Like the world as a whole, the universe does not give a fuck about what you think about it. And Mother Nature will literally destroy your ass if you get too toxic on it, you know? And that's just such a beautiful thing. That nature is just magical. And even the flowers, like, do you think they give a fuck if you think they're ugly or some shit? Like, I'm getting too deep. But this purity was over Hanged Man reverse, which is indecisiveness, and passion reverse. So I think the purity is something that especially creatives need to tap into, because having this pure mindset of like, I don't care. I don't care how it's perceived to others. Like, I am just flowing. I am expressing myself in the way I want to express myself. And making that decision is going to get you out of this hanged man decision of like indecisiveness. Because sometimes we could get trapped of like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to do this. I don't know how people will view it. I don't know what they'll think of it. Do you think a flower gives a fuck what you think about it? Do you think a tree gives a fuck? Do you think the ocean cares? You know? Okay, I might be too high. And this might be also like blocking your passion, because your passion might be blocked because you're just so concerned with like society and what everyone thinks. And so that's keeping you in an indecisive energy because of all these judgments that you're worried about. It's like, no. Tap into the purity of nature. Tap into the purity of existence, because that's what you are. You are a representation of existence. You are part of Mother Nature. You are a creation of that. You're a human living on Earth. You are part of her. So it's like, why wouldn't you tap into that expression and be the best version of yourself? Best version meaning authentic to what you want to express. Who gives a fuck what people think? Okay. Then we have ecstasy reversed, Ace of Cups, lack of emotional. I keep seeing this as ecstasy, and then it's like reverse, it's Ace of Cups. So it's like a lack of emotional expression, a lack of emotional availability. And that goes back into like relationships as well. Like maybe you're just so scared of like rejection and judgment that you don't want to fully express like who you are in that context, because you're so scared of the repercussions. When you think about it, what's the worst going to happen? What's the worst? They're like going to reject you? Like they're going to say no? Like that's so minimal work. So minimal. Okay. Oh, have you read that? I've heard a lot about that book. I think I have it somewhere and I might have gotten through a few chapters, but dead on. Yeah, so we have the art reversed, and yeah, this is telling me that this might be a blockage within your creativity, because all these limitations and all these judgments of society that we like want to pay attention to, or like obviously it's a human thing to want community, right? To want to belong to a certain community or group, or you want people to like you, you want them to think you're cool. But at the end of the day, a lot of the people that you want to think you are cool are not that cool. Like they're also very human. And we all have flaws. So it's just like, be yourself. Be yourself. Express yourself. Put it out there. Who gives a fuck? Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that one. All right. Let's get one more card for these last four, and then I'm cut off. I need to take a nap. Okay. What's up with this devil's play? So you might be staying inside. You might be convulsing or like convulsing. You might be working on learning new skills and cultivating those skills, right? Um, you also might be moving out of hermit mode and trying to collaborate with new people and make new experiences, make new connections. And in this realm, you could meet some like harsh critics or judgments, and honestly, that's why I stay inside and stay away from people because I'm just like, the fuck. But with the devil's play, I think it's really telling you to keep things lighthearted, especially when you're moving out of your hermit mode and you're trying to collaborate. Realize that people are just humans and they have their own perceptions and the ways that they work through life. So it's okay, just leave it lighthearted, have a good time, let people know who you are, let go of the fears around it and the fears around creativity, because that's what we're talking about. And the universe is going to help you equalize this energy and obtain equilibrium and balance out those energies, because guess what? The divine has your back and they want to see you grow and prosper in doing the things that you love. So that is it. It was a long ass reading. Yeah, bringing out your inner butterfly is hard. But I feel like bring that shit out and you will attract the people that are really meant for you. What's the saying? You got to be completely yourself so you can attract your tribe. And it's simple as that. Because if you keep on fronting and putting on these acts or like just not being authentic, it's just going to attract more of those people, Yeah. Oh my God, my leg is dead. It's fully asleep. Right. You don't, yeah. Even though I want to, though, I mad want to control people. I wish I could. But you don't have control. People are their own people, and you got to give them that respect, that equal human respect. Oh, God. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Also, thank you for liking my live video. This will be posted shortly once it processes, and you can watch the full thing. So I am going to try and take a nap, but it was lovely hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless. I will see you on the new posts.